Hey everyone, Christian here, and I'm going to do a little walk down an old, one of the more historical streets here in Punta Gorda, well, just west of downtown. A lot of these are brick or cobblestone. This looks like it's just a brick street, but a lot of these gardens here and these older houses, which are beautiful by the way, are some of the best that I've seen around, definitely in Charlotte County, probably in most of the Southwest Florida area. It's one of the oldest towns in Southwest Florida because this was the port where they used to bring in phosphate from mining from the interior in Polk County. But here you can see a beautiful, oh, that's kind of glared, but there's actually a red latan palm right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a screw pine, I'm sorry. There's more screw pine that you guys may have seen the video from a little while back. Not the same one, but this person actually has a beautiful yard. I'd love to come in and take a look. But you can see many of the street is dominated by royals, and that's really what royals are for, is really kind of giving a structural pattern to roads and other pathways. And you know, they're almost like a guiding plant because you can see them from far away. And you can see some of these old royals have really taken a beating over the years, these all being at least 30 years old. And these two here, although they look a little ragged, they're full of seed. And interesting thing is, a lot of times you'll see plants laden with seed and there's a bunch of seedlings down below. But with royals, it tends not to be the case. They tend to enjoy a wetter climate, a wetter environment, and they just don't seem to get that. They don't have that propensity to germinate all over the place. They take a little bit longer. They're not as easy as you would think, considering how easy it is to actually grow a royal. Oops, sorry for the shakiness there. So we have royals everywhere. Some Christmas, some adnidia, some Dipsis lutescens, Eureka palm. Then we have the traveler's tree, which I mentioned. That's actually an even bigger one than I showed you guys in Fort Myers. And over there you can see, this is an interesting phenomenon that, I'm going to zoom in here. But this royal here, its outermost leaves are fine, its innermost leaves are fine, but the middle leaves get a little burnt up, and I don't know if that's a nutrient issue. I thought it once it was like it was an issue with lightning, but it's obvious lightning will tend to kill the plant outright. I believe that it is an issue where the plant takes out water from certain parts and throws it elsewhere. The moisture just kind of dehydrates the leaf, but it's kind of puzzling. I haven't really talked to anyone about it. But you'll see it around a lot. Usually you'll see it on some of the older leaves, but also the middle leaves as well. It's kind of interesting why some royals will do that. So, and here's another huge traveler's tree. And you can see this is quite a nice Zone 10 climate here, and the beauty of the whole street. You know, this isn't a cookie cutter neighborhood, and thankfully they kind of preserve the historic qualities of this area, which is a rarity in Florida these days. Most new construction is going to be look almost identical to each other, and there'll be little land to plant anything on, and the houses will. Sometimes when I go visit people, it's so hard to actually find them without GPS, because the houses all look the same. So that's a different story. I'm really happy that this area exists and was preserved for probably 130 years now, so which is a long time in Florida history. So you can see this is Marion, which is these are one-way streets here, and you can just see it's lined all the way almost to downtown there with royals. And if you go the other way here, you can see the lining. It might be a little bit of glare there, but every which way you go, these royals kind of show the way of where the streets are. Even up there, you can see behind these royals there, show you the next block over. Can kind of give you an idea of where you're going. They almost give you a little bit of a guide, but I just wanted to show everyone what a nice Zone 10 Punta Gorda is. I think it's an undervalued town. It has a lot of cool historic significance, and it's beautiful right by the water, and it's rarely talked about except for when hurricanes hit. So anyways, I want to leave you guys there. Hope you enjoyed the view, and I'll see everyone next time.